Elly De La Cruz, the young superstar shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds, could very well be the first player in sports history to sign a $1 billion contract. According to industry insiders and MLB executives, the idea of a player reaching such a milestone contract was recently discussed in the wake of Juan Soto's record-breaking $765 million deal with the New York Mets. The buzz among executives and agents at the MLB winter meetings quickly shifted to whether the first billion-dollar player is on the horizon, and many believe De La Cruz could be that player. At just 22 years old, De La Cruz already has the tools of a generational talent. His combination of speed, power, and fielding skills makes him a standout. In 2024, he earned an All-Star selection and posted a 5.2 WAR, wins above replacement, at a young age, which is extraordinary for a player still in the early stages of his career. If De La Cruz continues to refine his skills, particularly improving his fielding and base running, his value could skyrocket in the coming seasons. Executives believe he has the potential to reach the level of an elite, multi-time MVP candidate, which is a key factor in the possibility of a billion-dollar deal. De La Cruz is represented by Boras, the same agent who secured Soto's massive contract. Boras has been vocal about how unlikely it is that De La Cruz would sign an extension with the Reds before hitting free agency. And he has even hinted at the possibility of De La Cruz being the first player to reach $1 billion in total earnings. Boras, however, cautioned that it would take years of elite performance for such a deal to come to fruition. The concept of a $1 billion contract is mind-boggling, but it is not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Soto's recent deal has already pushed the boundaries of what seemed conceivable just a few years ago. The idea of a billion-dollar deal takes into account a player's long-term value, which is often measured through metrics like WAR. For instance, Soto's performance over the last few years would translate to a roughly $65-79 million annual value. Based on his WAR, and his $51 million per year average in the Mets deal shows that the math behind such mega contracts can be justified. From a team perspective, the Reds face a significant challenge in retaining De La Cruz. Given that they are a smaller market team, Reds president Nick Krall acknowledged the financial disparities between big and small market teams. But he also expressed excitement about De La Cruz's potential. While Krall didn't speculate on a potential $1 billion contract for De La Cruz, he noted that such contracts are increasingly common in MLB, particularly for elite players with long-term success. Boras also emphasized the growing disparity in baseball's financial landscape, pointing out that franchises, once bought for hundreds of millions of dollars, are now worth billions. The Reds, like other smaller market teams, face tough decisions about how to manage talent and payroll while competing against the financial might of larger market teams. However, if De La Cruz's performance continues to trend upward, he could very well command a deal that eclipses even Soto's record contract. The idea of a $1 billion deal is still a long way off. But with the trajectory De La Cruz is on and the financial trends in MLB, it's a distinct possibility that could reshape the future of player contracts in the sport. As Boras said, it's part of the natural evolution of the game, where elite players continue to push the boundaries of what is possible financially.